Hello. So today is day 2 of positive change. Thank you to everybody who gave me, positive feedback on the video. It was hard to put up, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed sharing, and it helped when I saw people cared enough to watch. So thank you. Today I did a jiu-jitsu class, and so worked pretty hard. We did twisting arm control from the mount, and from that we ended up doing take the back and an arm bar. So that was fun. Pretty exhausting, and my jiu-jitsu mates were lots of fun, and so they make class awesome. My teacher's awesome, Chris Bailey. He's the head instructor. He's the owner of Gracie Scottsdale. If you're interested, most of the videos on my YouTube channel are my Jiu-Jitsu brothers, the blue belts. I videotape them. It helps them learn, helps them see themselves, and it's kind of the idea of where I got. It's where I got the idea to do this. I'd seen people do. I'm a huge Kevin Smith fan, so watching him had a huge impact, because he said, just try. There's no reason not to try in this life. There's nothing holding us back except ourselves. So right now you're going to just be watching me stretch. Sorry, I'm just going to talk and stretch. And then I'm going to do my leg lifts. And, and the leg lifts are going to work on this. Totally. Lower, middle, and upper. It's amazing what muscles we have in our abs. But I digress. So I've been listening to Kevin Smith's podcasts, and Joe Rogan. He's amazing. He's also a jiu-jitsu guy. I love Kevin Smith for his humor, but at the same time, he's had a lot of life experience where he said, this shouldn't have worked. I shouldn't be famous. I shouldn't be here. And in the end, it was just his, fuck it, why not? And he learned that from his father's death, because he felt that his father's death was, he worked his whole life, he did the right thing, he married, he had babies, and he kind of died a horrible death, and that made Kevin go, why not? And decided to surround himself with people who said, yeah, why not? Let's do it, let's try. So that's what I'm doing. Why not? Why not video this journey? Why not videotape the change in this body? Because I'd like to see it too. Because I can't see it right now. I've been blinded by my own illusion. I said that in the last one. I've always had a problem where I couldn't see my fat. I couldn't see my body. I liked who I was, and who I am inside is what I project. And it's a badass, goddess-like, loving, joyful, sexual woman. It's just everything I am, I portray. My package just doesn't match my imagination. So I guess I let it go a little far. Not by choice, just I was happy, and at the time I think I felt I needed to be protected. Growing up, I actually went through a lot of abuse, not from my family, but from being bullied. I got beat up at school damn near every day. And I think one of the harshest lessons I ever learned, that my friends have heard about probably, is when I thought I made it home without a fight, and instead of being safe, they were waiting at my doorstep. I think that was the harshest lesson I ever learned, as a child, outside of seeing a lot of the crap I saw being in the ghetto. And, So this is my why not. I'm gonna vlog as much as I can. You know, it's not gonna be able to be day to day unless you just want to see me talk. And I'd be okay with that too. You know, I've got a lot of different ideas on life. I lead a very alternative life. Most people are monogamous. I'm not. I live polyamorous, which means I believe in multiple relationships. Not cheating, no games. It's actually fully communicated between people. It's actually quite amazing. It's very different, and a lot of people can't wrap their heads around it. It's very hard to find mates, too. So, and don't get me wrong, I have no problem getting boys or dates or anything in this body. It's not about the weight, ladies and boys and guys, whatever you want to be called. It's about confidence. People want good people. People want beautiful people. People who are happy. You know, it's like, I can't tell you how many hot guys I have gone out on dates with, been with, dated, banged, you name it, whatever you want to call it. And it's because I was confident. It's because I liked who I was. Because I was honest with who I was. I hate bullshit. I cannot stand games. I cannot stand games. They drive me nuts. And unfortunately, a lot of guys and a lot of girls play games because they don't know how to be themselves. That's my first suggestion. Stop playing games. Take a close look at what you want in your life. Start asking for it, you know? I guess I kind of sidetracked there, sorry. So, I figured I had everything kind of down, you know? I mean, I've always been poor. I'm used to being poor. I finally got a really good job. I had to step away from the airline, unfortunately, that I worked for because they were kind of just destroying me mentally. So I went forward, and the universe picked the ball up and threw it to another company and took care of me, and now I'm with another company. So the money part's not a problem anymore. So now it's time to focus on the physical. And I'm excited. I feel really good. I've been injured a lot the last few months, and that has been hard because it was my back twice. You know, there's nothing, you know, jiu-jitsu didn't do anything. I was picking up a piece of lint, and unfortunately I twisted or bent and I exacerbated a childhood injury I had when I got run over by a car. Don't ask. I was a wily ninja of a child when I was a kid, and I got in the road when I was 4. So anyway, so I'm trying to strengthen my muscles and my body by stretching. Because if your muscles can stretch, they're actually stronger. The looser they are, the stronger they can be. I don't understand curling weights and bodybuilding because you might be able to pump and lift, but that's all you can do is pump and lift. I want to be aerobic. I want to be able to run, jump, and climb trees. You know, I want to be fabulous. I want to be able to play with the boys and run and hike and be like I was when I was a kid, you know? I used to ride BMX, and I used to skateboard, and I used to be active, and I don't know what happened. The activity just kind of stopped. Damn, I got a car. That was the biggest thing. Getting a car really messed up my my mobility. I mean, I was able to get farther and faster. I stopped walking, and I stopped carrying things, and I stopped walking all day long. I mean, that's what I did all the time. I walked and I walked and I walked. And slowly but surely, I gained weight. I went from 150 to 175 to 200 to 215 to, you know, what I am now, 287, I think. But I'm not going to really pay attention to pounds because my poundage is going to fluctuate because I'm going to gain muscle, and muscle's heavier than fat. You know, so initially when you start to lose weight, you lose a lot of water. So you're like, ooh, 15 pounds, yay. Well, that'll fluctuate. I'm a girl, so water is always going to fluctuate depending on the times. And, you know, I just want to be positive. I just want to try. I want to try every day, whether it's something big or small. The basketball, that's so easy. Like, you sweat and you really feel it the next day, and it hits so many different muscle groups and hard muscle groups. You don't really have a lot of options to work your back out. Those two exercises alone is here, your arms, your back. So that's an awesome thing. And if I actually do the leg movements, I didn't really do them, I did them in the beginning, but you know, yesterday when I did the leg movements and I was going side to side, it hit my hips, my thighs, my calves, it hit everything. So, you know, it's a good, if you have coordination, you can do the side to side. Now, I'm talking a lot today, so I really enjoy being able to share my story with you. The weight loss is really important. I don't want to breathe hard anymore, and that's a big thing that's happened lately. I don't have freedom for my lungs because my heart is this big. That's a lot of work, you know, and I'm aware of that, and my poor little heart's running overtime. So I'm going to try to give it not a vacation, let's not go there, an easier job to get the oxygen flowing through my body. I know I definitely have circulation issues in my legs. I carry a lot of water in my legs, unfortunately, and they're red. The redness goes away when I walk a lot, so I'm hoping to do a regimen of walking, but I sit all day in a chair at work. I try to walk or take stairs at work to give me something or stretch, and then but when I get home I try to do basketball, but most nights, like Monday through Thursday, I can do jiu-jitsu, so that's a good hour. 2 if I partake in blue belt class, but I haven't. I've been stretching during the blue belt class, but I'll soon be taking both, which will rock, because I'll definitely be getting my money's worth. And that's always good. If you're interested in jiu-jitsu, boy, girl, child, our school is awesome. You know, our motto is keep it playful. You know, we don't take ourselves too seriously. We take the jiu-jitsu very seriously. But I have a chronic giggle issue. I giggle through everything, so you know, they're awesome enough to let me be happy and joyful while I learn my jiu-jitsu. And they're super supportive in my goals to shape all of this down. I did an armbar tonight, and I was super happy because I actually kept my core tight, held the arm, grabbed the leg, took it. Yeah, so anyway. So this is what I do for leg lifts. You know, I'll at least show you something. My butt's going to probably be center frame, so I'm going to scoot over a little bit. Now you can do this with your hands under your butt. It changes where the attention is on the ab. If you're holding your arms above your head, it takes it to a higher place up here. Because there's 3 layers in this. It's literally almost like folded muscle. You know, and so it's just layers upon layers, and so you're actually building them. So I know I got it under there somewhere because it talks to me a lot when I do arm bars. So this is what I do. Forgive me. Hopefully you can see me and I don't flash anything. So if I'm just doing it under my butt, I have my palms down. And I try to do in increments of 10. And at the 10th, I hold my legs above the ground, breathing, deep breaths, holding, and then I try to do more. But right now, I'm going to show you the other one where I put my hands over my head, trying not to stab myself. And this completely changes where everything is working. It also works out the arms. So I can feel it all down the center of my belly. And that's actually the high. And under my butt is the low. And then if I want, you know, you can do crunches. I don't do a lot of those. But I do, because I want to work on my butt. I know I got a big butt, but still don't know how I got that butt. It's not in my family. Maybe my grandmother? I don't know. So anyway, so I do these, you know, just trying to keep the roundness as I lose my hips. And I focus on those. Things all caught up. You know, just, if you want to try to make a round butt, this is the way to go. You know, these and lunges. And then if you want to work arms. I'm weak right now. So I just pretty much do what I can. I already did jiu-jitsu tonight, so my workout was already done. But I just wanted to share what I do to work out. I don't sleep a lot. Not because I have insomnia or anything, but because I've always slept when I wanted to. I used to sleep a ton when I was a child. 12 hours, 10 hours, whatever. I hated waking up. I hated it. And nowadays I sleep about 4. 5.5, but that's pushing it. Anything past that and I physically hurt because I've been laying down. Because I don't move. I get really, really stiff. I don't feel good. So I try to wake early before work and stretch. Maybe get all my stretches done. I try to do every stretch I can possible that's natural. That was a really good suggestion from my friend Carlos. Just stretch. Just move like an animal would. You know, the whole point is not to get injured. And you'll feel it. You'll feel it. You know, I'm trying to drink as much water as I can. I've had a huge soda addiction for the longest time, and I gave it up for years, and then I got back on it, and then I gave it up for another year, and then I got pneumonia, and I just needed something different, some different texture, flavors, whatever. And so I drank a soda, and my addiction was back so hard. Made me so mad because it was like a year of salivating, and I'm a soda fountain girl, so I'm like, oh, Circle K, restaurants. Interesting fact, though. When I gave up soda, because I love soda fountain drinks, I stopped eating at restaurants as much because it was all about the drink for me. My tip, it's based on my refill. That's good service for me. You know, you keep my drinks filled. And, but I digress. I hope, you know, me talking or explaining kind of myself, hope I didn't lose you because I kind of ramble a little bit, but I'm going to keep taping. You can watch if you want. If you don't, that's cool. I hope you can see my changes, and I hope I can see them too. And so I'm super stoked, at least about trying. You know, I have a really loving community behind me. You know, I'm posting on Facebook, I post on my YouTube channel. You know, my goal is to feel natural. And by that I mean not huff and puff because I moved a little fast for my size, you know. I want to be able to buy clothing without not wanting to, you know, just going, are they going to have my size? Because women's sizes are stupid. They don't have measurements like men's pants and clothing. It's some phantom female size, you know, 26, 24, 22, 20, 18, what the hell is that? It doesn't say shit about your size. It's just some phantom female number. Well, what if you go to a different country? Guess what? It means something completely different. So I don't like those. I tend to buy men's jeans because they have the measurements. Problem is, unless they're Dickies, I can't tend to find them in my size. It's not fair. But anyway, I'm excited. I'm gonna do more. I'm gonna focus on my jiu-jitsu, and because I want my jiu-jitsu to be strong, and I want to get my blue belt, I'm gonna work on my stretching, and because I'm working on my stretching, I'm gonna work on my strength. And because I'm working on my strength, my jiu-jitsu will get better. You know, I need to work on my cardio, so I'd like to get some walking in there. I'd like the redness in my legs to go away. You know, I'd like to see everything go down. My main goal, even though it's probably not the most important factor, is to not be melty. That's what I call it. My apologies to anyone who has this. I don't want to lose the weight so fast my skin sags. I want to take the time so that my skin can maintain and recover as I lose the weight. You know, I want to look just as beautiful naked as I do with clothing on. And it's a little hard, you know, it's like, I'm glad people are losing weight to be healthy, but gimmicks, surgery, anything that's fast, it'll make you healthy, it'll make you slim, but then you have to recover from that. Your skin is your package, you know, and it's like, it only has so much collagen and elasticity, and you can feed that back in, but it needs the slowness, the gradualness, you know, which is what weight loss is. It's gradual. You know, the fact that we don't work in a field anymore, we don't work in buildings, and, you know, we don't work and build and create and plow and all these things our ancestors did. We don't do that anymore. So now we're office monkeys, you know, phone monkeys. That's what I do. I'm a phone monkey, and I pretend to be happy to take someone's freaking phone call because they were too stupid to read a contract. My apologies again for all who don't read their contracts, but you should really read your contracts. I read my contracts, and everybody's calling bullshit, but I do. You know, most contracts, look for the numbers, people, look for the money. Just skim it. Look for dollar bill signs. And that's where you find your penalties. That's where you find your fines. That's where you find possible monies that are automatically going to get taken out of your card because you signed a legal binding document, or else the banks wouldn't give up the money. But I digress. Anyway, so this is day 2. I hope it was positive in some fashion. So it's stretching. I did jiu-jitsu today, and they made that hard enough for me. They made me do all my moves. I did my stretching twice, before and after. I climbed upstairs with all of my laundry, so that was another part of my workout. I did eat after class, and it's pretty damn late. But I didn't eat since noon, so I needed to eat, or else I was going to blow apart into dust, a lot of dust. So, love yourself, take chances, be bold, and remember, you hit on someone and they say no, it's not about you, it's about them. Rejection doesn't mean anything. It just means they're not ready. So, or they're afraid of what their friends think. You have no idea how many times a boy was like, no, whatever. And boys were like, and they all like the big girls. But they were all hiding it from each other. Isn't that funny? I think that's funny. So anyway, thank you very much for listening. You rock. And so do I. Bye.